hello. In this clip, we'll move through a nice sequence to strengthen our upper body. And be sure to be extra mindful when it comes to the shoulder. And always keep that strong connection through the whole shoulder girdle. And what I mean by that, one way to do that is to just externally rotate your arms, so roll them out and then gently hug them back into the socket. Now I'm going to talk a bit more about that in another video, but for now, really make sure to listen to your body, and if it's too much too soon, simply modify as much as you need to at this point. Let's start with finding some range in our shoulders and come into a tabletop position. Hands a comfortable distance away from your knees. Now circle your right hand back as you sit towards the heels. And then come all the way around it again. Again, big inhale. Follow your hand with your gaze. And when you get to the top now, just pause here for a moment. Reach your arm up, check out your hips, whether they're still parallel right on top of the knees. Roll the shoulder out, hug it back into the socket, and then lengthen the spine a lot. Now breathe in, and with your exhale, guide your hand underneath the left to bring your right shoulder down on the floor or as close as. Your left hand is about a foot or so in front of your face. Gently press it down into the floor, then roll your left shoulder away from your left ear. You really want to find that openness in your collarbones here. And reach your left side hip back a little, and some more length in your spine, then breathe. You press yourself back up, find some cat-cows and just wriggle out your spine. And then take your left hand into that big circle again. Again, maybe follow it with your gaze looking up and around. And then again, when you get to the top, pause here once more. Again, check out your alignment, find that length in your spine. Take a full big breath. And then as you take your left hand and guide it underneath your right into your thread the needle. And reaching the right hip back a little, finding that openness in your collarbones. Take a full breath in. And then gently press yourself back up into your tabletop here. And find a few cat-cows. And just arching your spine, rounding your back. And then sit back towards your heels into your child's pose. So move to sit back and just sway from side to side a little. Find a little stretch for your arms and your shoulders and your rib cage. Now look forward and start to press your hands into the floor, finding a little strength in your arms. Same alignment in your shoulders. Engage your core now. Pelvic floor draws in and up. Navel reaches up to the spine, and with that strength, slowly come up into table position again. Take one big breath, and then gently sit back into your child's pose. And again, big inhale, and exhale, draw your core in, and slowly moving up again. One last time, inhale at the top. And as you exhale, moving back and sit back into your child's pose. So nice and strong for your arms. Maybe give it a little break here, a little wrist. You can always just bend your elbows here and shake out your wrist a little. And then place your hands down again. Lift in and up through the core and move up again. Now from here, lift your knees up just a few inches so the tops of the feet are still down on the floor. Can you keep that same strength and connection in your upper body? That's it, nice. Then place your knees down, sit back into your child's pose. One full breath here. Press your hands down. And as you exhale, strong core, move up, lift your knees up again. That's it. Press your hands down. Then tuck your right toes from here and tuck your left toes to come into a plank, a really nice strong plank. And the inside of your elbows want to face each other or maybe face forward, so the elbows kind of hug in towards each other with the goal to keep that same outward rotation in your upper arm bones, to hug them back into the socket. Now reach your thigh bones up, the heels reach back, and then gently lift into your downward facing dog. And just bend your right knee here and bend your left knee, maybe bending both knees to find a little more length in your spine. And then rock forward again into your plank. One big full breath here. And shift back into your downward facing dog. Inhale, heels up. Exhale, plank. One full breath. And exhale, downward facing dog. And find your foundation again. Hands shoulder width, feet hip width. Knees a micro bend, maybe a little more to keep that length in your lower back. And if ever you need to move back into your child's pose, of course, at any time, maybe give your wrist a little break. Obviously, feel free to do that whenever you need to. Right, so let's rock forward into a plank once more, but this time keep your knees on the floor and really extend your hip forward without letting them drop down. And we're going to move into some half push-ups here. So take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, move your body forward and just come halfway down, wide open in your chest. And as you inhale, press yourself back up again. And again, exhale, lower yourself down halfway. Inhale to come up. Continue for a couple more here, pointing the elbows back and in towards your waist and really hug them in. Giving your rib cage, your inner core, your arms connected. Press it back up. And one last time, exhale here, nice and controlled. Inhale to come up. That's it. With your next exhale, lower yourself all the way down to the floor, nice and controlled again. Hands underneath your shoulders, draw your belly in. Your pelvis tilts back a little, so your lower belly may lift off the floor. Roll your shoulder blades back, tuck your toes, and with the strength of your core here, press yourself back up into your child's pose. We're going to come right back into plank here. Place your right elbow where your right hand was. Square the hips up. And then place your left elbow where your left hand was. I'm just going to hold it here now, forearm plank for about 30 seconds. So again, the heels are reaching back. The crown of the head reaches forward. So really find that whole length in your body. And don't forget to lift your thigh bones up nice and strong. And just for a few more seconds here, see whether you can hug your elbows in towards each other as well. Find a little strength in your chest. Alright, and then bring your right hand up, bring your left hand up. Coming into high plank, you're doing really, really well. And strong in your foundation. Your heels reach back, thigh bones reach back, and up. And then move back into your downward facing dog. Just stretch your arms above your head. And same here. Press your hands and feet down into the floor. Find a little buoyancy and a little lightness and length through the spine to lift you up. And a little openness. Maybe bending the knees a little bit more if you need to. And slowly come back into your child's pose. Completely relax your shoulders and your neck, your head and your face. A little heaviness in your legs, your hips. And then stretch it out here again. And just come back into your tabletop. Keep the hips right on top of the knees and walk your hands forward. You want to be keeping a slight engagement again in your upper arms as you roll them out and hug them back into the socket. And then let your rib cage melt down towards the mat. And take a deep breath. And exhale again. Just keep your elbows off the floor. For those of you with a little back bend, you can feel it in the lower back. Just draw your belly in away from your legs to find a little extra support for the lower back. And then slowly walk your hands back again into your cat-cow. A little wriggle. And then rock into onto your back into your Shavasana. And just take another deep breath here. And as you exhale, release completely. Just notice the effect of the practice. Well done, everyone. As always, stay here as long as you can and enjoy the rest of your day. Much love to you. Bye-bye.